guys ready? It's 7 o'clock. Sandy, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, we're going to call to order the Charter Township of Oxford Zoning Board of Appeals meeting here at 7 o'clock this evening on Monday, June 13th, 2022. We all rise and pay respects to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Item 3 on the agenda, noting the roll.
Magley?
Here.
Bailey?
Yes.
Birch?
Here.
Walters?
Here.
Payne and Butler are excused. There's a quorum.
Thank you. Item number 4, approval of tonight's agenda. We have a motion?
I'll motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second that.
We have a second?
I'll second that.
Sandy?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Item number 5, the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting, August 9th, 2021. It's been a little while. Do you see anything on there that stuck out at us?
No, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from last August.
Thank you, and do we have a second?
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second, all approved?
Aye.
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 And opposed? Hearing none. Item 6, public comments of items that are not on the agenda. Seeing none, we'll close the public comments at 7:02 this evening. Item number 7, regular business. We have 2 applicants here on tonight's agenda. And we'll start with item A, 21 ZBA 004 AB, Monaco, at 972 Chelsea Boulevard. Parcel P0421 103023, lot 67 West Lake of Weststone. The applicant is requesting a reduced side yard setback for driveway of 2.66 rather than the required 3 feet required for private resident driveway if the lot width is 90 feet or less. The applicant's also requesting item B, reduced side load garage driveway apron width of 20 feet rather than 24 feet required if the lot width is 80 feet or less. And by looking at the sections in the book, 3.8A6, my book shows 4 feet minimum side rear instead of 3. And item B, the document 3.8A5, my book showing 25 feet as required as well. Is that a typo, do we know, or is that an update? Is my book wrong?
And Mr. Monaco can correct me if I'm wrong, it's because the width of the lot is so small that that's why those have
Well,
been
it's
changed.
narrow in the front.
He's questioning the ordinance itself.
I'm questioning my book. Is my book updated?
I think the ordinance was changed not too long ago.
Okay,
Yeah,
so.
you probably don't have.
I don't have that. So this is
changes.
correct on here?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, very good. Thank you. The meeting will proceed per the Oxford Township Zoning Board of Appeals bylaws, Article 7, Section E. During the business meeting, the following rules of procedure shall apply to consideration of any item on the ZBA agenda. First, we'll take the applicant's statement. Second, an open public hearing. Third, there'll be comments and questions from the public. 4, we'll close the public hearing. 5, any building administrator comments. 6, board member questions and comments. And then item 7, findings of fact, according to Article 17, Section 17.8, variances C standards. And then we'll take a motion, item 8. And item 9, there we'll have board member discussion and comment, and finally, no, item 10 will vote. Okay? So, you're first on the agenda. Please come up to the microphone, state your name and address, and we'll look for your applicant statement.
My name is Carl Monaco, 48635 Van Dyke, Shelby Township, Michigan, 48317. I was in front of the board maybe 6-8 months ago for the request of all my remaining lots in the West Lake of Waterstone. The problem with this lot was we were doing a lot split at the time, and the board probably accurately decided to pull it off the agenda at that time so that we could get straightened out the actual lot dimensions so that whatever you voted on would be an actual number. The reason for the request, I'm sure you've already heard it before, but my lots are in the 70 to 72 foot range, and mandated in that West Lake of Waterstone through the association is side yard or side entrance garages. The ordinance changed somewhere towards the tail end of my project to the 25 and 4, which later got changed to the 24 and 3 as far as the requirements on driveway pad and side yard setback. That creates a hardship for me because there is absolutely no way I can get a side yard garage under those criteria with the dimension of the lot that I have. So I went before the board before, and I think I proposed a 46-foot minimum width of a house, which everyone agreed was what was pretty status quo in the neighborhood. And I was allowed to make whatever remaining distances were left for a minimum 20-foot pad. Whatever was left over was approved for my side yard setback. You see the numbers on the request. These numbers are even greater than some of the other ones that was passed by the board. So hopefully you'll see fit to grant my appeal. Thank you.
Seeing no public for an open hearing there, any or even questions or comments, we'll close that. And there's no builder administration comments. Any board member questions or comments on the applicant's statement or what he's requesting?
I have a couple. I went by the lot, it's kind of like, almost like wider in the back and narrow in the front by the road, the actual lot itself.
Definitely.
What about the swampland in the back? Is that gonna retain water back there when the house is constructed?
We've put drains back there.
I've seen the one catch basin over in the corner.
We added that recently, and we'll be draining all that to the catch basin, which also flows all the way to the front and ties it into the storm sewer in the front.
So it's not
industry.
gonna overflow there, it catches out into the normal storm
We
sewer.
actually are catching everyone's water back there, and we're alleviating the problem. It's probably been there for 10 years.
Yeah, I've read
It was
reports of it.
swampland for a long time.
Yeah.
But the house that we built next door,
Yeah.
we added a catch basin, we added a bunch of drain tile, and we'll continue that drain tile on to pick up. You saw the land behind it, how high it was?
Yep.
And how it's all draining down?
Yep.
There's some pumps are draining there. So that will all be eliminated by the time we're done.
The only other question I had is 2.6 feet, I mean, it's down to 3, but, and it'll take what away from the driveway itself? The pad itself going into the garage?
Yes, we feel that 20 feet is probably a minimum pad where you can actually get into your side entrance without doing a back and
Yeah.
forth motion.
Depending on the size
We've
of
done
it.
18. I don't like to do it, but I feel like I'd rather have the room in the pad than in the side yard. And I've told the commission last time that if we find where we can't drain properly and put a proper swale between the lots, we will put a curb on the driveway so that any driveway flow won't go on the adjacent property but flow down the driveway.
That was another concern about the driveway water or the snow pile up.
Right.
You know, are they gonna
Right,
push
right,
the
right.
snow on the other person's property?
We actually request Mr. Berger and some of the other township officials to take a look at it when we submit and see if Jim Sharp from the engineering department has any requirements for an actual bumper in the
Right.
drive. And that's something that we will look at in the field.
Okay.
And just to note, the Westlake Association will not permit a front entrance garage in that? Is that true?
Legally, it's not true. What's the word? For sake of harmony and whatnot, we've abide by that. I still have control of my lots. I could probably do anything I want, but I don't want to fight with them.
Okay.
So the answer would be, it would be the only one out of 116 lots.
It's stay common to the rest of the neighborhood in the association, okay. Now, I had a question too on when you first started developing this sub, right?
Yeah.
What was the ordinance back then?
Our driveways were right to the lot line.
There was no ordinance, was
No
there?
ordinance at all. Our pads were 18 feet and we were running right to the lot line.
Yeah, okay. So many of the houses in that sub are right on the lot line. And this originally, back in July, I think last year we met,
Yeah.
was zero setback
Right.
proposed, okay.
And the unique thing with these two lots is there was a house that got moved over and was encroaching on one of the other lots, so it kind of screwed up the next two lots. I know Tony's house is putting a courtyard entrance, and this next lot, it's,
We had
both
to
got
get creative.
yeah.
Mr. Bailey's actually 100% right. When, let me get my numbers straight, 69 was built, that driveway encroached 10 feet onto our lot. Don't know who the builder was, but we didn't catch it till we applied for the permit on Tony's house. Had to go
If you
back
look-
to
Go ahead.
the engineering department and redesign. So we actually had to take 3 feet off of the lot in question today to make Tony's lot work,
Right.
and giving the 10 feet to the other one so that we didn't have to rip out their driveway, which would have left them about a 9-foot pad.
Is that the one on the left or right side?
Left, far left.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the looks of what happened is the house got reversed, but it looked like when the footings were put in, they moved it over. So they've got a huge
Side lot.
side yard setback, and the house is now pushed over the driveway, like he was saying. So they were creative, they worked good with the homeowner, basically giving them those 10 feet and, but
Yeah, I think that was the question last time, was where was the lot line at?
Right, and it wasn't settled at the time.
Right.
We had to go back to engineering. We thought we had it cured with previous administration, Mr. Dunn, who told us everything was okay. But according to Mr. Sharp, it wasn't. So we had to back apply, go to Oakland County, get a new parcel ID for both of those two lots, and then proceed on to where we're at today.
Any other questions, board? Good?
No, kind of answered the
enough.
ones I
Thank you.
had, so.
We'll go to item 7, findings of fact, Article 17, Section 17.8, variance C, standards. First item is strict compliance with the restrictions governing area, setback, frontage, height, bulk, density, or other non-use matters will unreasonably prevent the owner from using the property for a permitted purpose or will render ordinance conformity unnecessary burdensome.
I think there's not really anything he can do other than maybe put front, straight in instead of the side driveway or the side garage.
Be the only one in the sub, right?
Yeah, we're talking 6 inches on the side clearance, which, like you said, he could put a curb up there too, to take and prevent water runoff over into the neighbor's yard.
Do you think that applies, right?
Yeah.
I
do
think so,
it applies.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Go to number 2, the problem of resulting in need for the variance was not self-created by the applicant or the applicant's predecessors.
I believe
I
that's
agree
true
with
too
that.
also.
Yeah.
Agree, item 3, the lesser variance will requested will not give substantial relief to the applicant and will not be more consistent with justice to other property owners.
Yeah, that applies.
That applies as well, right?
Applies also.
We talked about that. Item 4, the variance will do substantial justice to the applicant as well as other property owners.
I believe so.
I believe it would look better than putting in a fence. and
Yeah,
fence and
it'll look
sub.
consistent, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I mean,
everything will
it'll-
be consistent
it'll
with the
make
rest
it
of the
look
neighborhood.
Exactly.
In item 5, the need for the variance is due to the unique circumstances peculiar to the property and not generally applicable in the area or to other properties in the same zoning district.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
believe that applies also.
It is unique to the circumstances.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
A motion that we accept the changes for the 2.66
You have to
setback
read that.
You have to read that.
and,
You have to read that.
oh,
You have to read the proposal.
I move with regard to 21-7B ZBA 004AB 972 Chelsea Boulevard, P-04-21-103-23, Lot 67, West Lake of Waterstone LLC, based on the finding of facts listed above, to approve the variance A, reduced side yard setback for a driveway of 2.66 feet rather than the 3 feet required for private residence driveway if the lot width is 90 feet or less, and reduce side load garage driveway apron with width of 20 feet rather than 24 feet required if the lot is less than 80 feet or less. This is based on the public hearing and discussion within the finding of facts listed above.
Board member comments or discussion?
You need a second.
Second. Second that.
Second?
Any discussion or comment?
No?
And we'll take a vote.
Birch,
Aye.
Bailey,
Yes.
Magley,
Yes.
Walters.
Yes,
Motion passed.
motion passed. Congratulations. Thank you for coming in. Okay, second item on the agenda. Is 22 ZBA 001 Dibbler, 990 Keith Avenue, parcel P0428353037. The applicant is requesting a reduced front yard setback of 10.3 feet rather than 25 feet required. You heard the meeting procedures, and we'll start with the applicant's statement. Come on up, state your name and address.
My name is Deborah Jones, D.L. Jones Architects, 1581 Harwood Drive, Oxford, Michigan, 48371. I'm the architect of record for Mr. Dibler's project. He's requesting a variance to be able to build an attached garage to the existing house, mainly for the health, safety, and welfare as they age. They intend to stay in this house their entire lives, what's left of it. And in the winter months, it can be, difficult, if not dangerous, to get into the house from the exterior. Diane has some health issues regarding a liver transplant that she has, so this is a consideration there as well. I noticed in the review they had made some alternate options, such as a detached garage within the backyard. That really doesn't solve our issue here. In fact, it makes the situation a little worse, because if they were traveling from a detached garage in the backyard, it's going to be even a further trek to get into the house from the garage to the house. So that doesn't solve anything. Also, Mr. Dibler went around to the neighbors, all the immediate neighbors, to pretty much all sides, with the exception of the house directly across the street at the northeast corner of Keith and Drainer. That neighbor was unavailable. We've turned in the signatures. None of them have a complaint or an issue with granting this variance. There are a couple other houses in the area that have also been placed closer to Drainer Road. The one directly across the street, I think, is 18 feet from the right-of-way. There is one, it's about 5 blocks away, it's at the corner of Maloney and Drainer, and that's about 12 and a half feet away from Drainer Road. And it doesn't seem to be causing any problems with traffic or anything like that. There's another one at 981 Gill, again, that's about 18 feet from the Drainer Road right-of-way. I think that's, do you have anything you want to add?
No, just that where that the driveway is, there is the ditch there, there's plenty of space there, as far as what I'm never had any issue there, obviously. And if we were to go to the back, like she mentioned, there'd be a lot of tree taking down and stuff, and part of the aesthetic is trying to match what's already kind of in the neighborhoods now. So it's kind of that's what we're aiming at.
Also, if you try to do an attached addition at the back of the house, kind of the previous gentleman, you know, you have to have the apron at the, because then the doors would have to face Drainer Road. You need the setback of the driveway off of Drainer Road right away, plus your apron. By then, you're pushing the garage so far back, you're blocking one of the windows, and we're getting into the door wall at the back of the house, so we're blocking a good portion of the back of the house, and that's really not practical either. So.
Yeah, it's an awkward kind of lot just being on the end.
Yeah, the corner lot makes it a difficult situation.
Any board member comments, questions?
Are you gonna have to enlarge the driveway wider? To accommodate
We shouldn't have to. I think we're going to be able to, you know,
Be able to set it right on top of the existing, be able to set the building right on top of the existing driveway that's,
Probably going to pull that out, but the same.
Okay, same.
That was put in 71.
because I seen over on the side, there's like looked like a little piece of asphalt or something, or
Oh, no, that's
gravel.
just,
That
somebody
gravel?
we put some crushed concrete there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
nothing big. But where there used to be a large tree there, where that one spot is cut out.
Right.
And so was gonna pull that all out, because we're gonna pave just behind it, just as a step out.
Right, okay.
Yeah, if you look at the plot plan, the width of the drive really isn't going to be extended at all.
So you basically 10 feet, roughly 10 feet from the fence.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's even.
So the ditching is-
If we can get around to the back there if we had to.
Clips all over.
Any other questions, comments from the board?
The garage is actually gonna be in front of the house by what, 4 feet? Or so? And then
Yes.
you're gonna run a porch off of that across the whole front of the house?
To the door, yes.
Right, okay,
The garage and the porch will be in line.
Right.
4 feet in front of where the existing house is now.
okay.
Your neighbor to the, I guess it'd be to the north, has a porch as well, about 4 feet out from their house as well, right?
Yes.
So it'd be in line
Well,
with that?
yes, she does. Yeah.
Is that driveway gonna be on that 6-inch storm drain?
Oh, this is this one, different one.
Why am I looking for this?
That's the fence, proposed porch.
Disregard that question.
You gave the print to Sandy. That's why.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Take a look at that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a big swale or ditch right there.
Right, right.
Does that ditch ever get real flooded at all?
Well, you know, it's interesting you said that. When Oakland County came and did that road,
The drainer or
Drain.
Keith?
Pardon?
Drainer?
Yeah, the one right there on Drainer as you go around.
Okay.
It has flooded there, but it just flooded like a foot up on the driveway. It's been the way they designed that drain.
Is it where that catch basin is?
Yeah. But it doesn't go up the drive, like there's the asphalt they have there before the cement. It's never come up that far. I had actually talked with Oak County about that, and, oh, well, sorry. So,
Oh, sorry.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They were actually there, and I said,
You got a
hey,
lot of money? Maybe we'll fix it.
I can't, they estimated a little bit too low on the numbers, I guess, when they took the ditch out.
Cut it a little tight.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be in the right of way of Keith Street though, right? Not into your road, not into your
Correct.
driveway, yeah. Is there a culvert under your drive? Does this ditch come through and?
Since I'm doing that, that might be a good idea. I don't think I'm gonna change it because of how low this road is.
Any other questions, comments?
No, I think mine were answered.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Moving on to item 7, findings of fact.
You gotta open and then close the public hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. We're going to open the public hearing and seeing none there, we'll close it. Building administrator comments is not here as well. I skipped over that, sorry, and went to board member questions and comments while we had the applicant at the podium. Item 7, findings of fact. Number 1, strict compliance with restrictions governing area, setback, frontage, height, bulk, density, or other non-use matters will unreasonably prevent the owner from using the property for a permitted purpose or will render ordinance conformity unnecessary burdensome. Board member comments?
Well, they wouldn't be able to put the garage there, so I mean, yeah, it does kind of work. And I agree.
It applies?
Yeah,
I think it applies.
does, yeah.
Okay. I agree. Item 2, the problem resulting the need for the variance was not self-created by the applicant or the applicant's predecessors.
I would agree with that statement also.
I don't think it was self-created by the
No, I
applicant.
don't think they created
As
the
well.
issue.
And it's unique. I mean, you have some circumstances on the property that we discussed. So, item 3, the lesser variance then requested will not give substantial relief to the applicant and will not be more consistent with justice to other property owners.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
No, I'd have to too.
I don't think it would give substantial relief to the applicant. I think it applies as well.
Yes.
The
You too,
variance
Sandy?
would cause more of an issue, I believe. If we're stuck to that particular code there, on that statement there.
Okay. Item 4, the variance will do substantial justice to the applicant as well as other property owners.
I believe
I
so.
do agree
Yeah.
on that.
I think it applies. We concur. Item 5, the need for the variance is due to the unique circumstances peculiar to the property and not generally applicable in the area or to other properties in the same zoning district.
I believe that applies also because of where it's located.
I concur.
Yep.
Do we have a motion?
I'll propose.
Okay. Go ahead,
I
Sandy.
move that with regard to 22 ZBA 001 Diebler 990 Keith Avenue, parcel 0428-353-037, based on the finding of fact listed above, to approve the variance of a reduced front yard setback of 10.3 feet rather than the 25 feet required. This is based on the public hearing and discussion within the finding of fact listed above.
And we'll take it to a vote.
Second.
Oh, sorry, second. Jumped the gun again, sorry.
It's been a while since we had one of
I
these.
know, a little rusty here.
Bailey?
Yes.
Birch?
Yes.
Magley?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes,
Motion passed.
motion passed. Congratulations, and thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Hard part, buy lumber, right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
What's that?
So I said the hard part, buying lumber. Right.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Oh, and thank you for saying avenue.
Good. I think I pronounced your name Dibbler, though, right?
Yes, you did.
I'm sorry,
Most people
Gordy.
do, that's okay. It's all right.
Sorry.
It's just interesting, Edison, Consumer, Edward Street, but it says, I've taken pictures so I can have a record that it's Keith Avenue.
It's Avenue. Good.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
have a good night.
Thank you.
Any board member comments tonight? It's been a little while, right?
A little
We
bit.
need to go back and study some more. Or come in and do mock once and
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah,
So we get it.
practice a little bit, right? A little rusty. And do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
Meeting closed. 7:31. Thank you.